Hey guys, it's Dustin with Custom Offsets. Today I'm here with Junior.
What up?
And it is that time again. So today we're gonna be going over the top 15 wheels of 2021. I don't know that there's a whole lot more to intro to this video other than that.
Let's pop some champagne.
Let's do it. After you. I don't know.
I actually don't know how to.
Neither do I.
I remember at a high school party once, my best friend got it, and it was everyone was flexing with it. It was this cool thing.
Bottle of $4 champagne from Walmart.
I'd literally I'm not even drunk right now. I'd rather have a mixer or something. What?
Turn it, and then you twist it with you roll it with your thumb. And what better way to usher this in than to say goodbye to 2020? Now 2020, as you guys know, was a pretty difficult year for us across the board overall. And what you're gonna find in this list is that a lot of these wheels are the same as the wheels from our 2020 list. We know that, we made the list, right?
Right.
The reason for that is because SEMA was canceled this year, so a lot of manufacturers haven't released their new wheels yet. The good news is that once we see those, there's a possibility we could remake this video again with actual new wheels.
There you go.
I think that's about it. I see you're already one step ahead of me there. So I'm gonna pour another glass, we'll get right into it.
Let's go.
All right, Junior, so up first at number 15 on our list is the granddaddy of off-road wheels, the Method MR305, or more commonly known as the NV.
And not only is it one of the most iconic off-road wheels style-wise, it's got the look of the old D window
correct.
retro style, but it's offered an exclusive finish that only Custom Offsets has, which I think is pretty neat. That red just pops.
Yeah, I remember when they came to us with that finish, we were super excited. Obviously, we've done some red finishes with Axe and some of those guys in the past, but this takes the red colorway and then also has that kind of iconic Method fade or satin over the top.
Yep.
It looks really good. This wheel is super popular for a lot of reasons. It's light, it's strong, it looks good on all sorts of builds, all the way from 17x8, off-road builds, all the way up to, I believe this is a 20x10 in front of us.
Right.
Kind
Just about anything.
Yeah, a really versatile wheel and one that's obviously been on the list a lot in the past. So I think this one will continue to sell super well for us this year and just
if we can keep it in stock. Seems to always sell out every time we get them back in. So if they're available and you're checking this out, it's probably your only chance you're able to get them.
Yeah, I would get them before they're gone. So.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
All right, number 14 on the list is the Anthem Avenger. This bad boy came out about a year ago.
Yeah, just about. Yep.
Sizes range on this from a 18x9 all the way up to your 20x12, kind of any fitment in there that you're looking for. Finishes are pretty standard. They're your satin black, which is a full satin black wheel. Otherwise, your gloss black and milled. So two options there, but it's Anthem. It's more of your off-road, trail riding wheel. It's not going to be something that's going to come in big chrome sizes. It's a busy face design. It's a full face design, if you want to call it that, with a bunch of little window cutouts. So something a little bit different. Looks super aggressive, super hot on the list. So had to make our top 15.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of my favorite wheels by Anthem. The milling looks great. They look really good in that satin black too. I know Zach had them on his Jeep for a while, so really good for that style build, I think.
And if you're going for a 20x12, you've still got a 5.5, 6-inch lift, so you're not overly awful lip size if you're going big, which is kind of cool because you see a lot of those off-road companies keep it super small where it doesn't even hit a 20x10 maybe.
Correct.
So getting this into 20x12 is super cool as well and something a little bit different for your brig.
For your brig?
What did I say?
You said something a little bit different for your brig.
I was going to say build and then I was going to say rig. So
brig?
Brig.
Brig. That's a real thing.
Your brig.
Up next on our list is going to be none other than the Moto Metal MO962.
I've never heard of this wheel before.
Don't lie to me. This is a tried and true legend when it comes to wheels.
Trust me, 5 years ago when I was a wee young buck, this was the wheel to have. And at one point I even had him on my Sierra. So,
whoa.
Yeah.
Long before the Bronco days.
But I did have to powder coat them because everyone and their mother had them, and
Correct.
so I needed to make them look a little bit different.
Correct. And what's crazy to me about this wheel is it is still super popular. It's, again, one of those just tried and true wheel designs in the game. Really sizes for pretty much every build that you can think of.
I didn't even think they had this in a 2414 because 3, 4, 5 years ago, 20x12 was the popular size.
That was the big wheel, yeah.
Now it's 2414, so I don't know if I've ever actually seen this in a 2414.
Yep.
just because when we used to deal with it so much, 20 by 12 was the thing, or 22 by 12 like this. It was like a whoa. So, okay, next up we have the Hard Rock Crusher, or back in the day it was like the DW13 or something like that before they had to change their name. But Hard Rock Crusher, covered cap, comes dual drilled, so it can basically fit anything in the world. 20 by 9s all the way up to 20 by 12, so it doesn't get super big and crazy. Will be really cool to see if at like SEMA 2021, if that is hopefully a thing and Hard Rock is there, or if they just want to release it. But this in a 2614, I think would look killer.
It'd be rowdy in a 2614. I mean, no secrets, this is one of my favorite, I would say, underrated wheels. You know, it's one of those that like guys don't look at a lot, and they should, because it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks awesome. This is a 2012 here, so this is as big as they get. They come full black, and they got gloss black and milled, so they got those two options right now. But this, and if they came out with chrome too, like there's options there to keep the same style, the same design. Just go big with it, maybe open up the color finishes a little bit, but still, regardless, it's a Hot Wheel. It's been a Hot Wheel. It's going to continue to be a Hot Wheel. Just because it is in the price point, you can't beat it.
Correct, exactly. And up next is none other than the Fuel Rebel. Now, fun fact for you, I actually just learned 36 seconds ago that they make this wheel in a 5-spoke and 6-spoke variant.
I mean, it is single drilled, so you'd hope that the 5-lug is...
Not 5-lug, 5-spoke.
Yeah, 5-lug is 5-spoke, 6-lug is 6-spoke. It's just
I didn't know that was a thing. All right, whatever. Anyway, this wheel hit the market, I think, last year, early last year, I believe.
I couldn't tell you.
Maybe. Anyway, and it's been one of my favorite wheels thus far. Zach actually has these on his F-150 in the bronze. Looks super good. It's available in sizes between 17 by 9. That's right, thank you. All the way up to 2212, so pretty broad.
2012?
No, it's 2212.
Are you sure?
Positive. I'll look it up right now. I want you to know. 2212.
This is an off-road wheel. Don't buy it in a 2212.
But you can get it in a 2212 is the point I'm making.
Don't do it.
Whatever. And it comes in a bunch of super cool colors. Not only does it come in this black, but it also comes in bronze, which is awesome, and this super dope anthracite gray. So beautiful looking wheel, kind of fits a lot of different builds, and again, it's sized to really go just about anywhere you need it to go. So
Beadlock is fake though, not real.
Not real.
Just keep that in mind for all your off-roading you're gonna do with your truck. That's
2212 off-road. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, moving on.
All right, guys, so top 10 is here, and at number 10 is the Moto Magnus. Now, this bad boy comes in everything from a 20 by 9 all the way up to a 22 by 12. No 14 wides, though. Super clean, simple design. It's kind of something you've seen a lot with like XD Grenades, got something similar, kind of reminds me of. It's like that Y-spoke, split-spoke styling. But this one's got an endless lip, which definitely helps like sell the size of the wheel. Not having that ridge between the spokes just makes the lip look essentially the whole width of the wheel. There's a couple companies doing that. It's just kind of a smart thing to do to kind of help clean up the design. Keep it super simple. This does have rivets around the edge rim of the wheel, if you want to call it that, but they are painted the same color, so it doesn't really stand out too much, even though they are there. So something to keep in mind. If you like it, you don't like it, whatever. It's just kind of how it is. But super hot wheel. It's blown up this year. And I don't even think it was on our list last year.
It was not.
And Motive, I think 2 years ago, was released at SEMA as another wheel line. So for this wheel to come out and start popping in less than 2 years, it's definitely gonna be hot, definitely gonna be part of 2021, so get ready for it.
Up next on our list is none other than the Anthem Equalizer. Now this one is gonna come in sizes all the way from 18 by 9 through 20 by 12, so not a crazy variety of sizes, but fits Anthem's target audience perfectly, I would say.
Yep.
It's gonna be available in this satin black that you see in front of you. Sorry, it's mounted on a tire, but it's all we had, so we lugged the tire up here, and hopefully the table doesn't
okay, that was
break. But anyway, so it's gonna come in 18s and 29 wides, so 12 wides. It's gonna come in this black as well as a black and milled, and I believe this one has that kind of dark gray tint too, at least for right now.
On the milling itself?
Yes, they have that dark gray clear coat over the top of it as an option. So super cool wheel. It's been super popular. This is kind of one of those tried and true wheels like some of the other ones we've talked about that's just always a heavy hitter. Looks good on all sorts of builds.
Yeah, and this one's super cool. So like Anthem has been doing a really big revamp on a lot of their styles and stuff, and this is one that stuck around. So even with their new ones and everything like that, this is a style that's been around for 4, 5, 6 years, and it's continuing to stick around because it's just been so hot as is. So
cool. Let's get this thing off the table, hopefully.
Yeah.
Right. Junior's about to be
All right, guys,
up.
so next up we got the Vision Rocker, and everything from an 18x9 all the way up to a 24x12. This bad boy comes in gray with a black lip. It comes in chrome. It's not two-piece though. Exposed lugs, small center cap, super hot, comes in your big sizes, doesn't go 14 wide though. Visions always stay kind of conservative with their sizing, but still a dope wheel. It's second or third year running it. This one's been in our top 15-ish, just because it's hot. It's like a crisscross pattern, really good like show style wheel, but it comes in sizes for basically anything you can fit it on.
Yeah, it's just a super simple wheel. It's got a flat face.
You're not allowed to talk about your favorite wheel.
I'm talking about my favorite wheel, one of my favorite wheels. And you didn't even mention that it's minus 51 offset, so you get a couple extra mils.
Hell yeah.
All right, moving on. All right, up next is the one and only Fuel Maverick. Now this one is going to come in probably the most broad of all sizes that we look at today, all the way from 16 by 6.5 to 24 by 14. And then if that's not big enough for you, you can step it up in their two-piece wheel and go with a 16 wide. So
I'm sure they probably have a forged option of the same design.
I would assume so,
that you can get in whatever you want. I don't know, but I know Fuel has Fuel Forged, and you can get that in basically anything.
Correct. So this has been an ever popular wheel for us again. Just like some of the other ones we talked about, it's kind of a tried and true wheel. It's been around for a couple years now. It looks good. It's going to come in all sorts of color options between gloss black, black and milled, gray, machined face with a black barrel. I mean, if you can think of it, Fuel probably has it.
And if you jump up to two-piece, you can literally have it done yourself,
Yeah,
too.
you can powder coat anything you wanted. So super cool wheel. I love it. Obviously, the 16 wide here looks pretty killer because it's got a massive lip on it, and the hardware's hidden on the two-piece. So it's just a neat looking wheel overall.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about, like the Moto Metal 962, the Moto Metal 970, the Fuel Maverick. All of these have been around for a while, and they're kind of ahead of their game because they were just that clean, simple wheel that everyone wanted once you got into outside of like the steel wheels, right?
Correct.
Like you got into like outside of weld and everything like that, you got into these, and it's just all clean, simple, and they offer sizes for your ATVs all the way up to your giant show trucks, and just kind of smart that they keep expanding those lines. It's kind of why I'm hoping some of these other companies offer sizes like that, because you can definitely see that it's working.
Yeah, absolutely. And they make this in a dually wheel too, which is pretty neat. So
yeah,
cool.
All right, guys, so next up for you, we have the Ultra Hunter, which we brought to you like 2 years ago because the 20x10 has a 6-inch lip on it. Well, we're back with more. This thing goes from a 16x6 van dually wheel.
Oh, hell yeah.
All the way up to a 24x12 and pretty much everything in between. So you look this thing up, you can get it in truck wheels, you're getting truck dually wheels, you can get it in van wheels and van dually wheels. So this is available for pretty much everything in the world. It's like your classic Y spoke, split spoke, whatever you want to call it. But the fact that the face of the spokes kind of bend backwards, giving you that extra lip, has been a huge seller. And not only that, but the price point of it too. You can't go wrong with a set of 20x10s at the price of these Ultra Hunters. Wow. So the price point that these Ultra Hunters are at for 20x10 with a 6-inch lift or 6-inch lip, or if you want to go with like a 12 wide, you're going to have closer to a 7-8-inch lip. All for super affordable. It's definitely a solid wheel choice. Comes in chrome, comes in gloss black and milled. That's all I got.
This wheel is crazy to me too because it's like, it looks, obviously how this one looks in black and milled, but chrome, these look completely different.
Yeah.
You know, it's a completely different looking wheel just by changing the finish. So it's definitely a very versatile wheel, and it comes in sizes for literally everything. So.
Quite literally.
Quite
literally.
Literally
everything.
Oh my God.
You got it like pinky.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For literally
everything. All right, so up next, we are officially in the top 5, Junior.
Oh baby, let's go.
We are out of champagne already, so that's a bit of a bummer.
Can we get mixers, Lawson?
Barkeep,
please.
2 whiskey and cokes. So anyway, let's get into it. The TIS 547. This was a new wheel last year. It's one of my favorite.
I thought this was going to be like the top wheel to take over the 544.
So did I,
at
actually.
SEMA last year when I saw it and saw that it was like less aggressively directional, more like straight spoked. I was like, this is the one. It's going to overtake the 544. You are still buying 544s.
It's because it's a good looking wheel. We'll cover that later.
It is. We're getting it. We're not spoiling it. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
But just saying, the 547 is a pretty damn good looking wheel in my opinion.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite TIS wheel. It's got those really thin spokes that come down. It is a slightly directionally twisted wheel, but it's not super directional, right?
Which I like.
Looks good. Available in 20x10 all the way to 26x12. We did some 26x12s on Adam's truck, actually, if you remember. It looked fantastic.
No 14 wides though?
No 14 wides, only 12 wides. So, I think that kind of plays into that, like we talked in the unboxing for the Archon video, right? Guys that want bigger wheels but don't necessarily want all that poke.
Yep.
So,
yep.
It's available in gloss black, black and milled, and in chrome, so your standard TIS finishes. Just a really good looking wheel overall, and like I said, one of my favorites by far.
And I'm hoping what TIS does is what they did with the 544, the same thing they'll do with the 547 then, is they brought it to the market loved it, then they're like, okay, next year at SEMA, we're not releasing a new wheel, we're releasing new sizes of this wheel, because we know it's gonna grow, it's gonna do better. And TIS was like a one-hit wonder, right? Like the 544 was their breakout wheel, and now the 547's right behind it. I mean, it's in the top 5.
Yeah.
That's saying something.
In a year,
so,
exactly.
Yes, exactly.
So, cool, right on.
All right, guys, so next up we have the Archon CS. They're available anything from 20 by 10 all up to 2614, negative 24 offset, all the way up to a negative 81. That's right, 14 wide's negative 81, 12 wide's negative 51. This is a proper directional design, right? So that means you got a left side, you got a right side, you got true directional wheels. You got like 9 million spokes, got them in chrome, black and milled. You can tell I've worked with these before. Peace.
I feel like you know a lot about this wheel.
I may or may not, unfortunately, personally know the the creator of the Caesar.
It's true.
Mr. Worldwide.
All right.
Shout out Tyler Kirst.
We did that.
This is our first true directional wheel on our whole lineup thus far.
What?
It is.
What?
Our first true directional wheel.
This one was?
Yeah.
Oh, and the one, I thought you meant the Archon lineup. I was like, what are you talking about? I like it for all the reasons that I like the 547. Thin spokes.
Exposed lugs.
Yep. It's
Clean,
pitched.
simple center cap.
I don't even know why I'm here. I'm going home. Goodbye. See you guys later.
And if that wasn't enough for you,
Goodbye. I'm really.
Mr. Cody
I'm out.
Lawson, Lawson.co on the Instagram, is running these on his truck. So if you want to be cool like him, get yourself some Archon Caesars.
Goodbye. All right, in the number 3 spot on our list is none other than the Moto Metal MO970.
I am still blown away that this wheel is hanging on and it's in the top 5. Like
top
what?
3 even. It's a podium finish.
Even worse.
It's bronze, dude.
No.
Oh, this one is actually
Black and
milled.
machined. Black and milled.
So, fun segue. This wheel actually comes in both gloss black and milled and satin black and milled.
Not bronze though.
Not bronze. Nope, doesn't do that. And it also comes in a black with a machine face. Sizes, it's going to come in all the way from 16 all the way up to 24/14. So pretty much everything, kind of like we've come to expect out of Moto Metal. Again, just I would say a more timeless wheel design, one that's been on the market for a couple years and it's still
blows my mind. Like,
super popular.
you look at the 962, which I personally like more than this one. This one's a little bit more like the Field Maverick.
Yeah, a little bit thinner spoke and.
But this one's been around, like this one was created, I believe it was before the 962. I don't know how the numbers go, maybe actually I'm wrong, but it's been around for so long.
Yep.
Like,
I think it just fits all over the place, right? So this wheel is great for guys that are looking for 2010s or 2012s, right? The kind of guy that's gonna level his Silverado and put 33s on it. It just looks good on all sorts of body styles and all sorts of
you really
makes.
can't go wrong with it. It's not gonna look bad on any body style, any build size, whatever.
Yeah, it may not hit heavy like some of the, the Archons and the TISs in the 2414, but it's still gonna look good on pretty much every truck. So, yeah.
It's like the grandpa wheel.
It's perfect.
But it's the grandpa that'll kick your ass because it's still f***ing kicking.
Yeah.
Alrighty guys, so number 2 on our list, you might have never even seen this before, but it's the TIS 544 BM or the TIS 544C or the TIS 544 BMR. Black milled red or something like that.
I'm not actually, it comes in red and milled too.
Yeah, which is a seal exclusive colorway.
That's 2 exclusive colors in this list.
Yeah.
Heck
That's
yeah.
facts. And they're both red. Just like me.
Oh my God.
Anyways, so this comes in a 16 by 6.5. Leaving space. All the way up to a 26 by 14 for basically anything in the world that you could possibly want it for. No 16 wides. I think Hostel's probably the only cast wheel company offering 16 wide cast wheels.
Not true.
Who else is?
Extreme Mutter does a 30 by 16.
Who's actually buying 30 by 16 cast wheels?
Stop it! You said 16 wides. It's a real thing.
Okay, that's fair. Anyways, TS 544 came out the year before the 547, whenever the hell that was, probably like 2018 or somewhere in there. This is like, 2 years ago was like the number 1 selling wheel. Last year was the number 2 selling wheel. This year's coming back at number 2 selling because the number 1 selling wheel is kind of just a little bit better. But anyways, This is still a hot wheel, not true directional, which is probably the only reason why it's not our #1 wheel, TIS.
Damn.
But anyways, offered for pretty much anything. I think HEV all the way up to like your show trucks and everything in between. Good looking wheel, single drilled. They do a weird thing too, where if it's dual drilled, they'll have like spikes that you can add to the center cap.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, so if it's not an 8 lug and it's a 6 lug and it's a dual drilled 6 lug, there's like spikes you can get for them to make it look like a spike lug nut. So they really thought it through with this wheel and kind of made it geared towards that, like the scene that we're in now, right? Like your big wheel, show truck style, you want a big lip market, and they crushed it.
Yeah, it's just been a super popular wheel. It was popular last year. We called it as #2. I think it's going to continue to be popular this year unless somebody comes with something similar. That's,
or the 547 takes over.
And that, I'm torn on that because I wanted it to because I like that wheel a lot more, but I don't know if it will. You know, this year proved that because they were both in the market. So either way, beautiful looking wheel. Happy to have it at #2.
Are you ready for #1?
Are you ready for #1?
I've been born ready for #1.
Well, whatever, dude.
You're doing this one.
You're doing this one. Oh, am I actually doing this one? Oh, right. So #1 on our list is none other than the Archon Lincoln. I was just waiting for you to like steamroll me in this conversation.
It's your wheel.
I know that you're so ready to do that. I don't actually know what sizes this comes in because I just figured I'd leave it for you.
Let me explain to you.
Because I know that you're all about it.
This comes everything from a 20x9 -1 all the way up to 26x14 -81 offset in every single size you could possibly want. Mine is probably a 22x14. Just go up to 24s. Don't be. All right, proper directional. So you got a left side, you got a right side. They're gonna run the right way on your truck and not look stupid. In addition to that, they come in black and milled and they come in chrome. So whatever you want to do, there's a look for you. And on top of that, it's a hybrid design, so it's got a concave face, right? You can see how much these spokes dive backwards, but it's also got a lip. And in addition to having a lip, it's an endless lip. There's no ridge between the spokes, so the lip just looks like it goes on the whole length of the wheel. In this case, it'd be a 14 wide. It basically looks like it has a 14-inch wide lip, right? Give or take. So, I don't know, that's it.
That's really it. This is the flagship wheel, right? Designed by the one and only Sean.
You can't forget to mention credits to Sean Chartier
because he made the #1 wheel 2 years in a row now, right? So that he can hang his hat on that. But
literally, like one-hit wonder. Like think of Vanilla Ice or MC Hammer or was it Oasis?
Brother.
Oh no, here we go.
You did not just say Oasis was a one-hit wonder.
They have, what is it, Wonderwall, and that's it?
So anyway, I love this wheel. I think it's super simplistic by design, right? The directional thing obviously really changed the market when it came out. And it just continues to be super popular. We've seen that again over this year. And it's gonna take something really strong to knock it out. But
what?
Here, there's some neat stuff on the way.
There may or may not be a similar variant using the same features that look good on the Lincoln with a new Archon model set to come out in early 2021. And it may or may not be featured on a Bronco that may or may not be at Lone Star Throwdown at the end of February.
You're putting this in a video now, so this is real. It'll be at LST.
This is all hypothetical. I mean, we don't know what the future's gonna hold. We're not fortune tellers. We're just here to tell you what wheels are gonna look good in 2021.
Here we go.
And we're pretty good at that.
All right, so that is your top 15 of 2021. So if you guys want to check out any of these wheels or pick yourself up a set, you can find that all customoffsets.com. Head on over to the website or click the link down below and it'll take you right to the store.
Subscribe, youtube.com/customoffsetstv. Peace.
Peace.